In today's video, drinking alcohol and building muscle. And this article we're about to talk about, this research, came out in June of this year. So the great thing about this month's review from Eric Trexler, he looked at not only the meta-analysis of alcohol and muscle building, so this is the kind of thing you want. You don't want people that are just cherry-picking kind of research that fits their biases.
Social drinking is so big, not only I guess here in the States, but in other regions of the world. It's kind of accepted. There's nothing wrong with it. But when we're talking about being a competitor, keeping a look in our off seasons, making the most out of our off seasons, I think it's important to talk about the things that are either going to benefit or possibly be detrimental to us. But essentially what we're looking at is how alcohol affects your ability to recover from training. Hormonally, we're looking at a higher conversion of testosterone to estrogen in males, which, as you guys know, probably not the best thing for us, but definitely not what we want there. Also, increases in the levels of cortisol, right? It also talks about its negative impact on sleep quality. And it doesn't really go into depth about the mechanisms of how alcohol is impeding muscle protein synthesis. But from my understanding is that it's looking at the MKT-mTOR pathway, and it's blocking some of the signaling there. And it's actually can, in fact, heavy drinking negatively impact muscle protein synthesis or the building of new muscle.
As they talked about drinking on different levels, because every time we drink, we don't get blackout drunk, and every time we drink, we don't have one.
Heavy drinking, binge drinking, is going to have a negative impact on your ability to recover and your ability to build muscle. But multiple studies that I've seen before would say that heavy drinking and trying to make progress is a big no go. It is going to negatively impact you. Moderate drinking, probably not going to be the worst thing ever. Again, like I said, alcohol in and of itself going to influence the mechanisms of muscle growth, as well as some of your recovery. Is drinking the best option? Probably not. Now, what's realistic though? What's realistic is probably that we just minimize drinking, right? I enjoy a good beer.
It's a cost-benefit analysis. So if you know you're going to be getting closer to a competition date, whether that be a powerlifting meet, whether that be a bodybuilding show, probably reducing or completely eliminating alcohol is going to be in your best interest. I know I probably don't have a drink for 6, 7, 8 months at a time when I'm in competition prep. And anecdotally, I notice that when I have 2 or 3 drinks the next day, I just don't look as good. I just don't feel as good. And when you are in a phase of, your goals are really based on performance and how you look, I really don't like to set myself back either physiologically or even psychologically. Let's say I know I'm going to Vegas, or I know there's something going on where I'm going to drink in excess. This is a couple days off mentally, physically, where I can just have some fun.
Right. Just because a beer says it's 4 or 5 carbs, you got to look at the calories. You have to look at the calorie content. Remember, alcohol has calories. Your body doesn't process it the same. It's essentially a weak poison to your body.